I'm pretty sure by this time you've all heard about Ben Fritz and his cohorts and their article against PewDiePie in the Wall Street Journal. And if you're anything like me, you've probably been wanting to hear from this, I guess, writer hitman on the subject of PewDiePie. So I have pretty exciting news today. After numerous phone calls, I've finally been able to score an interview with the man himself. Ben, welcome and thank you for taking some time with me today. It's really nice to have you.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to get right to the point, Ben. Why do you think people are so angry regarding this article you wrote about PewDiePie?
This is a vicious attack, and they're so mad that this has happened to them.
Would you be willing to share why you went whining to Disney, which caused them and other PewDiePie sponsors to react, including some dropping him?
Sure. So Disney has a lot of market power, and they really can't say no to Disney these days.
Did you have any personal reasons or dislikes that caused you to go after him?
Losing to a competitor, it was very dramatic.
Ben, honestly, could it be you went after PewDiePie because you yourself are anti-Semitic and this is some form of deflection?
Well, yes and no.
Well, can you at least admit you like writing anti-Semitic statements on Twitter?
Sure.
So your bosses backed you on this at the Wall Street Journal. Can you tell me why?
I think they're scared this is going to become a bigger and bigger problem.
And why is that?
They're going to be left in a weaker and weaker position. That's the larger issue here.
So this is really about power then.
Among who has the most power over whom.
And how could the Wall Street Journal justify such a hit piece?
They argue would harm the internet.
Well, go on.
And they're all scared.
Interesting. So ruin the internet. Why? By people watching it?
They want to see it with their friends. They want to talk to everybody about it.
And why is this a problem?
And if people like it, they'll talk about it, and then it might keep going.
Looking back on it, Ben, what do you think of the Wall Street Journal's position in backing you on such an obvious trash hit piece?
They need a broader set of friends.
A broader set of friends. I think many of you on the hard left could probably use that. Ben, what is your feelings on how people view the mainstream media these days?
I'd say people are like 30% outraged and 70% scared out of their minds.
So what has people so scared about the leftist agenda-driven media?
They really, really want this to end, and they don't know when it's going to.
Would you say that the Wall Street Journal is on the far left? I mean, what are your boss's political views?
And they're largely liberal. If you look at the personal donations to candidates most recently, it's still been 90% to Democrats. That's just, it's a creative industry, and creative types tend to be personally liberal.
And why does the left often use hit pieces against undeserving people?
Has always, sort of been the biggest cash cow for Democrats.
What's it like working at the Wall Street Journal?
There's a roller coaster up and down of victories and losses, and that seems to cycle and never end.
Seems with the recent garbage you've produced, you guys have had more losses than wins, right?
Sure.
Ben, would you say you're a classless shill that's willing to lie to further your career and push your brand of politics?
Exactly, that's the problem.
Have you ever taken a moment to look at your work and the works of your organization and realize that it's just shit, just pure shit?
Exactly right. That's what we found in our reporting.
Ben, if you don't mind, I'd like to get into some personal questions before we finish up here. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
So how do you personally feel about having one of the worst articles written in today's media?
The only surprise is that it wasn't number one.
And how do you think that people started to realize what a tremendous douche you were?
And leaked on the internet bit by bit.
I would imagine that's true, but I'm sure that your article really let people know how big of a shit you are, right?
Sure.
What do you think it would feel like to be an honest person with integrity and talent?
Okay,
Ben, I know that's a tough one, so we'll go ahead and move on. So rumor has it that you like to dress up like a little girl and sing "I'm a Little Teapot" while molesting a garden gnome.
It's happened before.
Damn, man, I was only kidding, but, well, I'm really not sure how to even respond to that one. Moving on. I also heard you like sleeping with men. Not that that's a problem, I'm just curious. What type of men do you enjoy most?
And Men in Black.
One final question, Ben, that I'm sure many of my viewers would like to know from your perspective. What's it really like being you?
It's so high drama.
Ben, I can't thank you enough for being with us today.
Sure, thank you.
Well, there you have it. Small channel like mine, Sketchy Hoods, getting an exclusive interview with the Ben Fritz of the Wall Street Journal. It's kind of amazing. There's some information I was completely unaware of. As always, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm now on Minds. Links will be in the description, as well as the usual suspects of the YouTubers I follow. If you haven't checked out Minds already, I really recommend checking it out. Seems like a great place to be, and they seem to still value free speech a little bit. Let's hope that stays. Well, until next time.